What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Vampy Book Club. You guys know I can't start this without without my two other main men, Deli Man and B. What's going on? Dell had to take a little break from Vampy. Yeah, he didn't feel like getting bit every week, so he had to take a little break.
Take a break.
Yeah,
So glad to have Dell back on the show, man. And Vampy
Yeah.
right here. Who knows what she's gonna get into this time?
yeah. Well, the title is called the Carnival of Death, and she's actually in Italy, in another romantic city again. At least she's not with this guy no more. with the sun god, with the Mexican sun god anymore, with the Aztec sun god no more. So
No.
so at least all the guys
Huitzilopochtli.
yeah, at least all the guys are safe this time. So they can actually look at her.
Yeah, without getting struck down by beams from the sun god. So
right.
funny.
So
yeah, they're in Venice now, right? So
yeah,
look at this
yeah,
cover.
in Venice. And then I found some information out about the cover. So the cover is actually based on a model, one of Enrich's friends. She actually did the famous. She would pose for the famous one. B knows that one, or the Gonzalez one, where she's holding out her finger and the bat's flying off her finger. So she actually posed for it. I actually have a photo of the model. So give me 1 second, and let me pull up that image.
Yeah, I think it's our classic Vampirella
Right.
pose.
It's either this one or the other one. I think this is the. This is this is the painting. I found it in the art book, in Enrich's art book. So this is what the original looked like, because it didn't have that small panel. That small panel is another painting. So that other small panel is actually another painting of it. But the model.
Are you talking about the panel that's in the background?
Yeah, that panel where she looks scared.
Okay.
Yeah, on actual cover, there's a little square panel on the
gotcha. Okay,
left side. Yeah, right there.
Yep. So that's he hit the wrong button.
Where'd he go?
You hit the wrong button. He'll pop back in.
But yeah, that's weird. That's like almost that's the original, and then why they would. It's like two. You could even use that little square side panel up on the right or left hand side as its own cover itself.
Well, originally the story, you hit the wrong button, didn't you?
Yeah, it was my bad.
Yes.
So the original he painted was the first one he painted was the one in the corner, was the top one in the corner, and that's actually based off of the. Actually, me and Delph talked about the movie star that he always used as a model. So it's actually based off of that movie star, and then the big one is actually the full figured is actually based off of his friend, the model friend that he had, him and Jose always used.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that would be the second image, and it would be this one. Yeah. It's the famous
wow.
What was it? Carla del like you're the Mexican sun god. Tried to learn this lady's name. Where it was a pain in my rear end all week. So I know the first name is Carla del Hair or Del Here. So I don't want to screw it up, but that. So she's the model for that famous poster that everybody, like the 6-foot poster that everybody knows.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's the model for this. She's the model for this, for how she's standing. And the back zombies are actually from one of his book covers, from one of his horror book covers.
Nice. I like it. I think it works good.
So trust me, I've done a little bit of research on the cover. I always do.
It's a nice cover. I like the cover a lot.
Yeah, I always do. I just try to find some information on stuff. I always do that. So just see if I can. And then here we go. And Raichi actually, Faces by Raichi actually homaged it. So here's the homage to it. They actually homaged it. So there's a version and there's an actual, what text. But it's actually based off of their cover is actually based off of, what was it? This cover, it's actually based off of this one and issue 20's cover, because the Dracula is from another cover. So, but they pulled the inspiration from that cover.
That's weird. I have so many of those covers. I'm like looking up on my app right now.
Right.
Do I have this one? I might actually have this one.
Yeah.
From Vampirella Rage Dracula. I mean, from Christopher Priest a few years back.
Right. Everybody was picking it up at the time because Priest actually was writing it decent. So. But what do we think of our Gonzalez and Flexman Lowe's writing in this one? Dell didn't mind it. What did you think, B?
I just think that we need to get away from like this one shots and then trying to tell a whole story about all these other characters that we just, at the end of the issue, it's pretty much just that's all they're in. They're just in that issue and that's it. And what I didn't really care too much about this one is that we hardly got Vampirella in it.
Right.
Like, she has a lot of feeling of what's going on. Like we'll talk about the story,
right?
But
she was more like you said, she's more like side character in this one.
Background, just observing what's happening, what's going on. Like the reader, we're observing and reading what's going on. Like maybe this isn't right, and she's like the reader saying, "No, this isn't right. I'm going to do something about it." Right. But it's too far in between of her panels,
right?
And Pendragon, it's like. We have all these cast of characters, but
joking around with you guys, if these did come up to auction, I think this would be the cheapest. This would be the cheaper one to get because she's not on as many panels, so it would be the most expensive one would be probably the cover, would probably be this one, and there's a couple other pages in here, but the other pages would be a little bit more affordable.
Yeah, I agree with you. She wasn't really part of the focal point,
right,
in the story because it's just like not like the other ones.
Yeah, it was more of the Count and the Count's daughter were more like fluent in the story. It was more for them than Vampy and Pendragon. Oh yeah, Pendragon.
Yeah, and then there's another cast of characters that come in too, and it's like so then you have like these two groups of characters that so it's kind of they put Pendragon and Vampirella to the side, and they're just observing what's going on, and like I think it's funny too because Pendragon in one of the panels says like, "Hey, they've already paid us, so we got to be here."
Yeah, my thing was if they paid you, you could if they're going to another thing, I'll stay on the boat and drink. I wouldn't leave with them. Because if they're gonna leave all the booze and stuff like that, I mean, I would rather drink than then we wouldn't have known. Then the story wouldn't have made any sense. But I thought it was interesting. We get introduced to the czar of music or whatever he is.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. So. A little clue for next week's. It's actually, it's interesting, but I'll mention it towards the end when we get done. But but it's interesting. I think Flex got lazy. That's all I'm gonna say for next week's issue because it seems to be the undertone seems to be the same. The undertone of the story seems to be the same, but interest. I just say it's interesting. But
what's going on here is like so they're like floating around Venice in a boat, and there's this old like castle type. I don't know what you would call it, an old place, an old building place, but used to be marvelous, but like time has corroded the place,
right?
And with the czars here and the sister, they want to send out an invitation to all their old friends to come have a big old party. They have a carnival is what they're going to do. And they're planning all this stuff that's going to happen. But when they send out all the invitations, no one really shows up because maybe they're so old or something. What's going on? All the people, the invitations they sent out, those people are dead. They've already died.
Right.
So like no one shows up.
The funniest line in the whole freaking thing is when their friends show up and tell them to go. You put 9 o'clock on the on the freaking invitation when you
and we can't wake up until midnight, so it's like, sorry we're late, but you should have known that.
Right. And then you invite these hooligans pretty much.
Yeah, because like they're like nobody's showing up, so they go to like their butler or their servant. They're like, hey, go find whoever you can out there, give them the invitation and bring them back. And that's where they find this guitar slinging dude. And
the first time when I read the first run through when I read it, I'm like, oh, these two are gonna end up sacrificing these hooligans to whatever those things are that walked in are. But that's not what happened. So I'm like, okay, interesting. But the story gets to where we find out this other czar guy, this other weasel looking guy is not a good guy.
Like he's like, let's play Russian roulette, but not with the gun, but we're gonna play it with wine glass. So one of them's gonna have it, and he has like these, and of course Gonzalez is drawing the females.
Yeah,
perfect, and like the males aren't very good, but you got all these nice female characters where they got to take a drink out of these wine glasses, and one of them has poison in it, so it's like, one of you are gonna die. And like Vampirella's like, hell no. Like on the top panel up here, here, she's like, oh, we got to stop this. This isn't right. And this is kind of like maybe Vampirella as the reader, like we're reading this and we're acting how Vampirella would act. No, we got to stop this. This is bullshit.
Right. But like you can see through the whole story. Vampy's getting madder and madder and madder and madder. And you're like,
it's gonna boil over, right?
Yeah, it's gonna boil over. I go, it's not gonna be good. But like you said, Gonzalez doing females again, like always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, of course, you have Pendragon, like trying to tell Vampirella, it's like, hey, no, don't get involved. Don't get involved.
I'm excited for you guys to read next week to see because these two actually butt heads next week. So I'm excited for you guys to read that to see what you guys think of that. Yeah, so this is good. Yeah, this story was a little. Me and B say a little lackluster. It's one of Flex's weaker ones, I think, because it was. Being honest, it was way too many damn characters, and then she got pushed to her and Pendragon got pushed to the side. It's like, why the hell did you introduce so many? If you're gonna introduce so many of them, it at least needs to be two. At least two issues at least.
Make it a 2-parter or a 3-parter. Yeah, it kind of got mush with all the characters in there. Like, who is this? Who is that? What's kind of going on? Like, who's saying this and who was that?
Right.
It was a little bit like almost thrown in, like everything thrown into the frying pan, and this hopefully something comes out with it, like a little bit too much.
Like, I bet you for anything, Flex was probably writing too many things, and he goes, huh, let's see what sticks. If I put all this in there, let's see if it's all of it sticks or one thing sticks. So it was funny, but
I mean, the overall story is like, I get it, and I just think the execution of writing it fell off a little bit.
Yeah. Story was okay. Like I said, it's one of her weaker ones. We from 1 all the way up to 34. This is one of her weaker stories out of all of them.
Yeah, and you can't really go wrong with that. I mean, you're getting really solid issues and great stories all the way up into. I mean, you can miss on 1 or 2 of them, especially going on with 34. So but again, it's really not like that bad. But like from what we want from Vampirella, it's a little bit.
What we got used to. With the drug issue from New Orleans, with the with the Dracula storyline, and with all those other ones, and then you end up reading some filler ones. You're like, this you're like, this one was, like you guys said, this one was way too cluttered. Way too many characters in it. It should have been just the czars, and then the music czar, and
Yeah,
and not all these other side characters.
Yeah. So I agree with you guys. I agree with you guys on that one. Yeah, because it was, I don't know. It's like it could have been done a little bit better on it, but
it could have been a little tighter.
Like what Bill was saying earlier, could have been broken up into like a 2-parter or 3-parter.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm totally with it on that. Because like you were describing earlier, like the ones that I really took like the most. So when I said that my top one so far that's been my favorite was the Vampirella Dracula story,
right?
And then the second one was the whole, I did like the whole little her and the sun god from Mexico.
Oh yeah.
That was a decent one too.
Yeah, those are my 3 favorites. It's a Dracula one. It's the New Orleans one when we get to meet Pendragon's daughter and the ex-wife, and then the other one is that sun god one was pretty cool. So those were the 3.
I mean, I agree with you all for sure. I mean, especially from going from the sun god, Huitzilopochtli to this.
Yeah.
It was like maybe kind of a filler issue, but I going back to our Russian roulette here with the wine glasses,
right.
All of them drink one but one, and like I was even thinking myself while I'm reading it, like maybe it was just a hoax, a ruse, that there was no poison in any of this glasses. And then the little kingpin guy right here, he's like, he feeds it to a monkey, like, okay,
right.
And then the monkey dies because it really, one of those glasses really had poison in it, cyanide.
Yeah, but Vampy already said she felt like he's not, he's not good. He's not a good person. He's evil.
Yeah, well, he is evil because one of those glasses did have poison in it, and he was going to kill one of those beautiful women that we see up here on these panels. And it's so I mean that. And we were talking about earlier about how Vampirella is slowly starting to get more madder and madder, more pissed and more pissed.
Right.
And this is another notch that's getting her a little bit more mad. She knows something's not right.
Yeah, the madder she gets, because, dude, the funniest line I think that Flex wrote on this one was the Draculonian rage or something like that. Right? So I'm like, that's the funniest line in the whole thing. I'm like, so what's in my back of my head, I'm like, what's the human rage, and then what the hell is Dracula?
She's super thirsty, man. Because we're gonna go into that part too.
Yeah, when we get to it, but right now we're getting to the pretty much to the other czar, to the princes, whatever, the castle or whatever it is, to that little part of the little carnival that they had.
Yeah, it's original czars because they're the one that sent out the invitation. So then now, like, this other group, the dude with the Russian roulette wine, they get the invitation. They're like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and let's go to this event. Let's go to this carnival.
And then B brought this up where Pendragon goes, we got paid already. Might as well just follow them and go whatever. But I go, if I was Pendragon, these guys are leaving. They paid us already, and there's booze. Well, oh no, wait, no. Booze is probably poisoned anyway, so yeah, that is a good idea to actually go with them because we don't know if the whole bottle was poisoned.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I should stick around to this drink, but okay, they end up, tagging along with them because they are already paid. They're prepaid pretty much. It's pretty funny how they're like, we've already been prepaid, so we got to go with them, do our gig, even if we don't even perform, because it even says we haven't even performed yet,
right?
But we've already been paid, so. What's the best of both worlds? We're going to get my free booze here, get money, and we don't even have to do anything. Is what Pendragon's is so drunk the whole time, probably.
Yeah.
Loving life.
Yeah, he's probably drunk off his, rear end. It's like, but what would be funny if they drew him hiccuping through the whole thing? If but they didn't. So this part we get to like the
Weird.
bottom of the other panel here is the Zars are going, oh yeah, my daughter could play, you know, some classical music or whatever. And we find out they're both sleazeballs.
Yeah.
We find out the artist and the guy that produces him are both pretty much sleazeballs, pretty much, because one of them tries to shove the czar's daughter up on the piano. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is getting a little bit interesting.
Yeah, get up there, baby. Let's see some real action.
Right.
It's a wild story. So like now let's have a performance, and and again, like now we're getting convoluted because there's two groups of characters, like who's from the original house, who came to the carnival party, like what's going on. Are they trying to outperform each other because they're singing and
right
a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, like right to this part was I'm like, damn, this is way too much information. Well, it's like way too many like it's way too many bubbles going, and then we don't know whose bubble is whose, you know. So it's like, what the hell? Who's talking? Which one of you guys is talking? But and then you see her get mad again, like we told you guys. She got, you know, she was in level 1 with the poison wine. Right now she's at level 2 of Draculonian rage. So she's at level
starting
2.
to show. I love her fangs starting to come out, dude. Like she's starting to get pissed off, dude.
Right.
She's like, this isn't right. And look, and Pendragon's look on his face. He's just like, hold on, Vampy. Hold on, my dear.
Yeah. We don't need you to bite anybody just yet, but hold on. It's like, and then we get to this part I'm guessing he's the artist guy. I could,
the
so
guitarist,
the artist guy,
singer,
guitarist ends up punching the freaking dad, the big czar, you know, the most important one out of all of them. He punches him in the face. I'm like, okay, this is gonna come to backfire, bite him in the ass pretty much later. So I thought it was interesting. I thought like how Jose did the panels was interesting again. Like, and then come to find out, I read up some more on Jose's biography stuff. So he has a ghost artist that draws it with him. So it's actually Victor. His name is Victor. I forget, Victor. I think Reyes. I think. So that's the second artist that, like, if Jose couldn't finish certain things, he would push. They would the company would, hey Victor, help Jose out. He could pretty much match Jose's pencils, pretty much. Like I read that about him, so he pretty much could match Jose's pencils. So there's certain pages that are done by him, but he never got credit because he was always the guy in the background.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it a little bit, so that kind of makes sense.
Right.
A little bit with some of the panels, maybe. He matches them pretty good. Like I couldn't decipher the two. If Victor did this one and Jose did the other one, I wouldn't be able to decipher.
Right.
So he did.
And I read up on it. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about Victor. I remember Victor. Yeah, I remember reading the biography before, and they said Victor Ghost. I think it was this story and another story that he did that. But now we get into meeting the people and I told you guys the line that you know, that the friends come in and walk in and go, hey, why'd you put 9 o'clock on the day?
Yeah. Why'd you put 9 o'clock on the invitation card when you know that we cannot wake up until midnight? And so right then and there, you're like already thinking, like, as a reader, okay, like, are they vampires? They can't be out during daytime or something. So what is up with these people? You know, who are they?
Right. And then we're trying to figure out who they are.
And you get some slender, fine lady walking in here with a mask on, which one of the, I think the guitarist, the musician, really takes a liking to. So.
A little too much of a liking to. And then we find out why she wears the mask. You guys are going to find out in how many pages? Like 2 pages, maybe? maybe like 2 to 3 pages. So, yep. And then pretty much they walk in. The Czar kisses their hand. That is a nasty hand to be kissing, man, because they're just popping up out of the ground. Yeah, I mean, Italian people, man. Yeah, at least he didn't kiss her on the mask, so that would have been worse. So that was fun. I thought it was fun. Oh, here we go. Here's that panel we were telling you guys about, pretty much.
He's like, "You're so pretty, you're so slender. Like, why you wear a mask? Oh, I want to give you a kiss on the lips." And when he pulls the mask up, she's a damn skeleton, man, like a freaking Walking Dead zombie. Like, it's like, what is going on? It's like, all right, I like that little bit of a twist in the story. It's cool, but it's like Vampirella's not having this shit though, dude.
But it's interesting the shading that Jose did for her face, though, for this one, for her face. It's darker on this one.
Yeah, no, I noticed that 100% right when I first saw it. I was like, why is it? And then I try to look at the other panels. I'm like, okay, is nighttime? It's dark. Is it right? Is something happen that made her look?
But if you
darker?
look at this panel, it's a lot lighter in this panel. You see it? It's a lot lighter in this panel. But if you get to here, maybe he got a little bored and shaded a little too hard.
Yeah, maybe he got. Or maybe she's like super thirsty, and maybe her skin tone might change a little bit because maybe I don't know. Yeah, but if you went up one go back up just one more panel, she's super white, like when she's talking to Pendragon.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
well, let's go back one more to see when she's mad and see if he she's a lot lighter. Yeah, she's lighter.
So maybe it's something to do with the shading, something to do with the art. Maybe it was the ghost artist or drawing that one too. Yeah. I don't know.
Could be, or it could be Jose.
See that one right there on the bottom. The bottom you just went the bottom one. She's super white.
Right.
And,
go forward a couple pages, Jeff.
Okay. This one.
One more.
Yeah.
Right there in the bottom with Pendragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. See out right there, like. Man, classic Vampirella look.
Right.
What do you think, Dale?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one because it's like some of the uses like it shows like the the image is like grayscale, like it kind of almost like a gray wash on it, and then like on the same little square.
Yeah.
While one is completely white, the other is like grayscale. It's like but there's nothing reflecting that there's like. Like lighting because they're using a shot. One's in a shadow, the other one's not.
And the background's completely white.
Yeah, the background's completely white. So it's like there's something like, nothing like associated with that particular panel or scene that would warrant, that there's some grayscale involved.
But that's what caught my attention with this one this time around. I'm like, this is the panel that caught my attention the most. I'm like, huh. That's interesting. I go, she's a little darker in this one.
Did she she must have really spent some time with that sun god in the last couple minutes, and now she's super tan, right?
Right. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, huh? How the hell did she get there? And then we get to the next panel, and it's like she's white again. It's like, what the hell happened? So, like we were saying, she was already mad at level 2. This is probably level 3. Well, pretty much at level 10. She jumped from 2 to 10 pretty quick.
She had enough.
Yeah, she pretty much had enough. Oh, these guys are dead people.
And you won't kill anybody anymore.
Right, and then well, let's just say our sleazeball, manager help pull something out and goes, "Hey, you had something to do with this." And that's when she had, that's when she had enough, pretty much. But the one thing I couldn't is that her hair behind her, or is that supposed to be wings behind her?
Yeah, I was looking at that too when I was reading it, and I'm just like, I love the hair. I'm like, the hair is great, but like, what is this behind her? Is that supposed to be her hair? Yeah. But now, Jeff, you mentioned it could be her wings manifesting out of her back.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think it's her hair though.
Yeah, I don't think so because when I looked at it, I'm like, it doesn't look like hair. I think it's supposed to be her wings.
Yeah.
Because the way it sit, the way he drew him. See, this is the funniest thing. It's like he drew him as like ink blots. I would think he would make him a little, a little more defined, or at least like smoky, like like defined in the smoke at least. But they almost look like butterfly wings, like small ones, so like really small wings.
Well, I'd rather him do that than her just turn into a bat whenever she wants to drink some blood. But
right.
I think it's a manifestation of her wings,
or
like
Flex said. It's her Draculonian rage. So that's when the wings actually pop out is when she's mad, when she's super mad. She doesn't turn into she forgets to turn into a bat. That's what happens.
She's just so raged out, man.
Yeah.
And you just showed it before. We had Dracula rage. I mean, Vampirella. Right. Christopher Priest used that, Vampirella rage, the Draculona rage.
Right.
And that's what we get, So I think maybe
that's probably where he
Priest
pulled it from. Maybe
pulled it from that, you know.
And
then right there, man, she's like,
because we actually haven't seen her person wise to bite a person in at least a couple issues, because every time she would bite somebody, she would turn into a bat.
Yeah, and this is just amazing. This is what this is that one right there where she's actually grabbing the jugular of him and just gulping down blood until he's completely dry. That's what we want. That's amazing. So
you know how funny that is that you say the gulping down blood. Next week's title is the blood gulper.
Okay. Nice. I don't know. See?
Yeah. That's just funny because next week's title, and they're gonna be back in the States in New York, and it's called the Blood Gulper. So that's gonna be interesting. But story wise, cool. But pretty much that Pendragon had to pull her off pretty much go, hey, let's get the fuck out of here.
Like, oh, Penny, I drained him dry. I'm so ashamed of myself. I took it upon myself to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner. But you know what? She had to, man. Screw it. But dude, Penny's like, let's go, man.
Yeah, but think about it. The guy poisoned freaking wine glasses.
Yeah.
Pulled the gun out on a czar, and then probably a sleazeball in general anyways. So it's like you probably helped out the world getting rid of him. So it's like
and she sensed the bad in all of them. So maybe that's what we're getting, like, as Vampirella is sensing, like she's a vampire alien from Dracula, and like she has other senses that we don't have. We have our five senses, right? But like the sixth sense, she has that sixth sense, right? Where she can sense the bad in people and what evil they're doing in the world. And she's kind of like a Superman character. She wants good for humankind because she came here on Earth, and she wants to help the humankind, the human people. And she senses these bad people, and like they are very bad people, and maybe that's who she is.
Yeah. And then the one thing I like about the newer ones is she gets flushed out a lot more in the newer ones. She gets more than one issue, you know what I mean? Than these where it's like one and done, one and gun pretty much. I call those one and guns. So it's at least it's not like one and guns, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, hey, at least she gets flushed out a little more, you know what I mean? But like me and B were talking about last week, like some of these I can read and then I can actually, probably, stretch it on, make it into a little storyline or something like that. So because I think that's how they did it back then, was to make your own ideas of what's happening after that, in between the next issue or whatever. But
so maybe they can pull from like these one shots, or what you said, one and done or one and gun, and elaborate to the story and make it more of a story. Pull from like this. Go ahead, pull from this story right here and let's make a new run of it.
Right.
You can make a 5-part series,
Right.
you know, a limited series of this and like make it your own and
Right.
like, and you can put these characters out there a little bit more, give them more, I don't know, develop more time with them.
Right.
Instead of like, it was like so much in such little pages. It's like
Right.
almost overwhelming for the
Yeah.
reader to read, to
But
understand what's going on.
think about it back then in what, 19,
Yeah.
in June of 1974 back then. So it's stuff from back then. So it's gonna be a little harder for them to do that. But reading it, you know, try to enjoying the thing. A little convoluted, a little too much stuff. I think a little too much at once. I mean, a little too much squeezed it. You know, too much of a push. Like they they went. You know, trying to squeeze out a freaking orange out of a you know, a pear or whatever. Trying to push the way too much into one story.
And a big old that a lot of story, and they just squished it down to compounded it way too much, man. I think, but so, I mean, it is. I mean, like you said, it's 74, man, 1974. Come on,
yeah. Overall,
I gotta give it credit.
Yeah, for back then, but
yeah.
Okay, so what the overall score of pickup ability? That's the first one. What about, like, you know, is it easy to, like, somebody like not read any of them previous can pick up and actually, you know, enjoy it? What are we thinking about that? Let's score for that.
Well, I think it's
go down.
Yeah, sorry. I think it's pretty. You can pick it up pretty good because it is a one shot, even though we think it's you know, at least we all kind of pretty much agree that it's a lot. You know, you try to condense too much into one story, but still you could pick it up pretty easily because it's not, you know, it's a one shot. It's like a one shot story. So yeah, I think it's pretty easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree that, like, for a one-shot story, like, it's super easy to pick up and grab and just read it, like, with not knowing what's going on, because, like, we really don't even get into Vampirella in this one. So this is just like, you grab it. Yeah, it's an easy pickup, and like you can easily understand this one. So, like, I don't know, like an 8 out of 10 up pickup.
Okay.
You know,
pickup ability, like if somebody, if somebody wanted to, like, like not even pick up issue 1 or anything like that, just wanted to pick up you know, one of the
found it and decided to read it. I think it's a totally fine story, and it's totally good for that first time reader.
Okay, first time reader wise, so that's what I think. For now on, I think that's what we should do for at least the first score is for, you know, first time reader. If it's okay for them to, you know, pick up, if it's not, you know, and then that should be one of you know, first timers.
I like it, like first time reader, pick ability.
Right.
We give that score, you know. But then now, let's get into the other
nitty gritty part. So, what about storyline wise, the score? You know, is it one of Flex's stronger ones or weaker ones? I think it's one of his weaker ones. I think it's
go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's one of his weaker ones. So I'm gonna, you know, I'm a little tougher of a judge, so I'm going with a 4. I'm being nice, but I would, you know, you and Della are gonna be the deciding factor, and then we'll just even, you know, hammer it out and even it out a little. But yeah, so I'm giving it a 4. For story wise.
Okay, well, I'll go next, and I totally agree with you. I mean, a 4 is pretty harsh, but it does deserve it. It's not very good of readability. The writing, everything's too convoluted. You know, a 5. You know, 4, 5. You know, that's, you know, almost like, I'm glad that I read it because I'm a Vampirella fan, something that I'd never read before.
Right.
I'm glad that I read it, but it's totally forgettable.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one.
I agree. I agree with you on that one. I'll be like, I'll say it's a 5 myself.
Like I said, you guys are the nicer ones out of the us three. I'm a little tougher one, but sometimes you guys can push me to the 5. But this week I'm like, yeah, this thing is a fucking 4.
No, hold that 4, and like I totally agree with you and your thoughts on this issue.
Right.
So like, it's 5.
I read it like at least like maybe 4 times through, like 4 to 5 times through, just to get my just to see what that's why the score got lower, because I'm like, at first when I read it, it was the 5, and then I read it the second time, I'm like, okay, I think it's a lot weaker, and I think 4 is going to be the best one for art wise. Of course, art wise is going to be it's going to be up there because it's Gonzalez and Victor both. It's both of them, so it's like, you know what I mean. It's a solid, it's a solid 9 out of 9 or 8 for me, because it's a Jose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But next week it's gonna be the funniest one. Next week it's gonna be Ortiz. So Gonzalez is taking a break, so it's gonna be another Jose, and it's gonna be Jose Ortiz. So I'm curious what you two are gonna be thinking of his art, because I've seen it already. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder what these guys are gonna think. But let's go with your guys' score for art for Jose's art.
I think the art in this one was, I wouldn't go quite a 9 like you. I mean, Vampy looks good. It's a 7.
Right.
I think all I don't know, maybe 6.5, just because some of the art in it is a little bit off with me. Like it looks like some like the background, is completely white, we see in some scenes.
Actually, I agree with you. Actually thinking about it, I agree with you a little more. Yeah, I think it's a 6 because of, I forgot about this panel. This panel is what got me there. Not just this one, but like you said, the certain panels got like, I'm like, because we can't tell
like
if
the same. It seems like from different books, and like or this different shading, like you said. What Dell was saying, like the gray tone in it is a little bit off. Grayscale. It's a little bit off.
She's not the only one off though. It's like there's certain other characters.
We even get some Czars where his face is as dark as this one, and some other panels he's as light as the other ones.
Right.
So I think that the art's a little bit wonky in it.
Right.
Of course, we love Vampy. He's drawing Vampy great, except for this one. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, but we can't tell if it's either Jose or it's either Victor. If it's Jose all the way through.
Like, why is her white? Why is her lips so white here and her face is so tan? It makes no sense to me.
I'm curious if this one was ever colored in Harris's run of when they reprinted it, because they printed some of these in color. So I'm curious if they did print this one in color, what the hell it would look like, because how dark her face is. And I can just imagine the colorist trying to color this thing and going, what the hell am I gonna do here? It's super dark as hell.
But 6.5 on the art.
Yeah, okay. What about you, Del?
Yeah, I'll get a 7 on that one, because overall, at least when he draws the people, is actually, they look great. They look fine, and I'll give him a little bit
wiggle room.
I keep him drawing the one dead person, like seeing their skeleton face. It's like, okay, it's not terrible. It's like,
I mean, we've seen worse from him. So we've seen worse from him. So
because whenever he draws like monsters or creatures and stuff like that, it's always kind of weird or shows like his weakness. This is like, all right, it's a little bit better than normal. Normal.
But we don't know which ones are him and which ones are Victor. So we can't. So that's the only part is, I forget which pages are him and then which pages are hit. It's the other guy.
Right.
So
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Since there's 2 artists working on it, but I give a little bit, on it. So that's why I was like, okay, I'll give it a 7. But
So I'm like, it was, the main reason I gave it a 8 at first was because of the people, but then I'm like, but when B was explaining it, I'm like, Yeah, I forgot about the gray wash where he freaking almost turned her almost like dark, like you guys said was with the with the Aztec sun god again or something.
Yeah,
It's like,
she was hanging out with the witch of La Pasali, the
yeah,
sun god, for too long, and then she
right,
got super tan.
right.
But I mean, the facial
I
expressions,
mean,
they
she
did
should
a
be a
good job
lot.
on it.
If you think about it, she should be a lot darker because you forget last week she was at in Saudi Arabia, so she
Yeah.
should be a lot
And
darker.
then she was over there in Mexico. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
she's there where the sun is, man.
yeah. So she should be a little. Yeah, she should be not as white as well, but she's
Funny.
Draconian. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought it was funny because it's like ding, 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 and then we get to page 12. It's like where her face is on the bottom of the page. It's like that's what catches your attention through the whole thing. It's not even the guy getting surprised it's a skeleton. It's the freaking Vampy's face being so damn dark. You're like, what pulls your eye is pretty much with that whole page. That panel is what pulls your eye as like the most out of that whole page. And
it just looks like Vampirella down on the bottom panel looks like Johnny Depp from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He takes so many drugs, dude.
Yeah.
His lips are so white, and he's just
yeah.
Here's what it looks like.
So we're giving art a 6, and then we're giving story wise. I give it a 4, but these guys are giving it a solid 5.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing so hard because actually that's one of my favorite books from Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah,
I actually like the movie.
Yeah,
it totally looks like that.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it looks. Yeah, I didn't notice that until you said it. But yeah, pretty much. But it's like, yeah, I mean, for back then, and it can't be too bad. So we're giving it. You guys gave it a 5 story wise. I gave it a 4, but
it is what it is. It's not the best one,
right?
But
it's not the best one. I'm excited what you guys are gonna think of somebody else beside Jose drawing her. It's gonna be Jose Ortiz drawing her in the next week. So I'm interested. And you thought this shading was, I'm gonna let you guys see what his shading looks like. I think our grades are gonna be either similar or either worse than it's ever been, because it's like it may, but we'll see. But let's get to the cover and see what you guys think of the cover.
Solid. 10 out of 10. Love it.
10 out of 10.
Love it.
All right. 10 out of 10. All right. Out of all the covers that you've seen, I think I should start doing this. So out of all of them, which one would you? Which one is your favorite so far out of all the ones that you've read with us so far?
Man, I'd have to really go back and look at them. It's too hard. I can't remember. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Next week we'll do it next week, and we'll go over them, and we'll definitely do a segment.
That's what we should. Week. Yeah, that's what we should do is go over all the covers so far that we've seen.
Yeah,
but so I can show you guys what next week's cover is going to look like, and I'll send it to Dell after this. But I sent it to B already. B've already pretty much seen it. Let me get to it real quick. Right down here, and it's another Gonzalez one, and it's actually she actually poses. It's actually another model posing for him, and so it's kind of funny because it's actually so. I'll show you guys the panel of at least next week's cover. At least
one of the panels.
Yeah, one of the panels
looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the blood gopher. That's what it does. That's funny. And it's not Gonzalez. It's actually Jose Ortiz. So Jose takes a break for I think 2 to 3 issues and then comes back. But I'm curious what you guys are gonna think of his shading and all. You already see a difference to it. So I mean, just by the cover page. If you look at it, just by comparison to to Jose's cover page. You know what I mean? Jose's is a little cleaner compared to the
One thing I kind of find kind of interesting, like even going with the cover of the actual book itself,
right.
like exactly because like the credit for this issue 34 is actually it's a nice cover.
Right.
The ones I tend to like the most, like for example, like next week's,
right,
where it has more of a background to it, where there's more to
Hold on.
it.
No, we'll get to it real quick. Yeah, hold on. Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
It's like that's just me, but yeah, again, because it looks more like an art piece.
Yeah, it's simple. It's simple compared to this one, where it's more, you know what I mean? Where it's a lot more stuff.
Yeah, well, no. Well, to me, it's like, okay, yeah. Don't get me wrong. The portrait of the way Vampirella is drawn is nice and everything. If it was just more of a simple white background on it, or it didn't have these other things like the panel of the zombie and then the other little picture.
This is what the original looked like. This is what the original painting looked like.
No. Don't get me wrong. To me, if it was
just that,
if it was just Vampirella by herself,
right,
or if it was more of a landscape,
right,
picture where it has the background of the zombies walking towards her was engulfed more of the picture, and then she's posing in front of it, right there, and then. It's like, to me, it's more. It's like, to me,
I think it. Well, like I told you guys, I think it's two paintings, anyways. Because I think when I read about it, I think it's actually the first painting is Vampirella. The second one is another. It's another book cover that he did, before this. Like he did it for like a horror book or something like that. So that's what it looks like. It's what the second panel is.
Yeah, it's a panel in another book, and it's just put behind her. But like I agree with what Dell said. Like, go ahead and keep Vampy there, and like blow up the background, and even just have like a tree in the background, and one of the zombies with the moon on top, and make it bigger.
Right.
But
that would have been.
We're nitpicking here, we're talking.
Yeah, exactly. It's nitpick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nitpick.
But I think it'd be great that way.
Because originally it was going to be the original painting, or the original for this book, this issue was supposed to be the little panel was supposed to be that little one.
Yeah.
Originally that was but what was it? He sent it to Warren, and Warren goes, "I want you to draw. I like when you draw her full body." Sent that back. So I wouldn't have mind if it was that one. I wouldn't have mind, or this one. You know what I mean? Or.
I dig both of them. Like
right.
I dig the full body. Like I think they nailed it, dude. Like, oh my god. Like the arch in her back, her hands on her hip, the look over her shoulder, and like the twist of her knees. Everything looks natural.
Right,
and that's what's amazing about it.
He had her pose for
the pose looks great. I agree.
The pose is absolutely stunning.
So, because he had somebody posing for him, so he could pretty much do that. So he had somebody
it made it realistic instead of like some long arm, short leg.
Right.
The abdomen like really weird looking, but no, everything looks like real. It looks like a real.
If you ever get a hold of that 6 foot the door poster, like I've told Del this, if you look at issue 19 of this run and look at it, Gonzalez and Enrich worked together on that photo, but they made her a little too short, and then when they sent the first draft to Warren goes, I want her to be taller. But if you look at that book, her knees are. If you look at that poster and the book, the knees are like, you can tell he caked on the so to make her look taller.
Oh, okay.
But because he caked the shit out of those knees, and then so you can tell like the original where the original stood, and
added some inches from her calves on, her shins down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, yeah, her knees are like janky on that poster.
No, I see it because I got the shirt on right now of it,
right.
so I can kind of see it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So we gave it a 9 out of 10. A 5, story wise, a 5. It's one of the weaker ones, but if you guys want to pick it up, it's a good solid 8. I mean, it's a good story. Or it's a decent story, not a great story, but it's a decent one.
It's a one shot, and that you can
Yeah.
definitely like.
One and done.
You won't be confused at all.
It's gonna be the one and done.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you guys think of the Blood Gulper. Yeah, when Vampy goes to New York and gets blamed for some. Oh, this is how they explained it on the little thing. Gets blamed for victims. Get blamed for since it's called the Blood Gulper.
Yeah.
So she gets blamed in New York for some victims that end up popping up. So I want to see what everybody's gonna think about what happens when she goes to New York, meets a Frankenstein looking character.
Sounds interesting.
Yep. So we'll you guys find out more next week. And if you guys like it, like, subscribe. You guys know the drill. What do you got going on, B?
I got either 2 videos coming out on Monday. I don't know which one I want to put out. Either we're going to do Harley Quinn XL Vira number 3, the review of it.
Right.
Absolutely loving Harley Quinn and XL Vira. So much fun. If you guys want to, like, what are comic books supposed to be to y'all? It's supposed to be fun, right?
Yep.
Our comic book's supposed to be fun, and this is what this is.
Right.
And I got that, and I have another unboxing video that it's already ready to go out. So I'm debating on which one I'm going to put out on Monday. But Wednesday, we are back in the Haunted Basement Studio live, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Mountain time, where I'm going to be talking about the hottest 20 covers of the week of New Comic Book Day. So Wednesday's New Comic Book Day, right? So I'm going through all the hottest covers that day, that books that just came out that day that you can go buy or that are out there, talking about amazing artists, amazing covers, and of course the babes covered in blood like Vampirella right here. So come join me. It's an interactive show. You can jump in the chat. I will be talking to you guys live. It's super fun. I've been doing it for over a year now, every Wednesday. There we go. Hottest covers of the week, y'all.
All right. Well, that's what B got going on. Dale, you got anything in the works right now?
Yeah. So I just put together my my new Instagram. It's Real Deal Dollar Dell. It's my new Instagram specifically.
All right.
For.
So when Dell sends me the link to this thing, it's gonna be down in the description below, on this one. So we can get him up to
get Dell a follow. Give him a follow. He's gonna be putting out some cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm still piecing it together, but I did hit a B yesterday on it because I just created it literally yesterday. So I'm working on the logo right now and everything. So it's almost there. It's getting there. It's like
So we're gonna have Dollar Dell, Triple B Haunted Comics, and then we got the Cantonese. We got a Cantonese comic kid or the Cantonese Playboy, like Dale likes to call me every once in a while. But and then the other thing that we've been doing about Rachie and Rachie's mom and everything. Well, Rachie actually gave us some bad news. Rachie's mom actually passed either this week or last week sometime. So it's it's not great, but she just gave us the news that sorry for her loss and everything, but she still got the GoFundMe up. It's probably the fund something, but
probably gonna help for the funeral services and everything like that. I'm sure they need some help. So
So if you guys can spare a couple of dollars for no coffees or whatever, you can spare in the description below. It's gonna be there too. So for you guys to donate or share whatever you guys want to do with it. But that it's not great news, like I said, but it's
life.
But
life.
That's how it happens. But we appreciate you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. You guys know the drill. To all our channels. To if you guys are liking the Vampy Book Club stuff, enjoying it, like it, share it, whatever you guys want to do with it. And we'll see you guys later.